Please like and subscribe for more videos.
The Seven Kingdoms of the Heptarchy. Heptarchy, word used to designate the period between the establishment of Anglo-Saxon kingdoms in England toward the end of the 5th century CE and the destruction of most of them by the Danes in the second half of the 9th century. It is derived from the Greek words for seven and rule. The seven kingdoms were Northumbria, Mercia, East Anglia, Essex, Kent, Sussex, and Wessex. The central theme of Anglo-Saxon history in England is the process by which a number of diverse Germanic peoples came to form the centralized kingdom. As a result of the Anglo-Saxon invasions of Britain, the country was broken up into a large number of tiny local kingdoms, each with its own king or sub-king, some of whom were really little more than tribal chieftains. The situation was chaotic. Eventually, seven main kingdoms evolved and smaller kingdoms were incorporated into these seven main kingdoms. For example, Bernicia and Deira became part of Northumbria. The situation, however, was far from stable. There was an unbroken succession of wars in which the various rulers sought to eclipse and dominate their neighbors. Kings who achieved overall dominance are remembered as a Bretwalda or ruler of Britain. Map of the Heptarchy. The first recorded Bretwalda was El of Sussex circa 490. Next came Selin of Wessex, followed by Ethelbert of Kent and Redwald of East Anglia. The 7th century saw Northumbrian Bretwaldas, Mercian leaders achieved dominance in the 8th century, and in AD 828, Egbert of Wessex was recognized as the most powerful Bretwalda to date as the overlord of the seven kingdoms of the Heptarchy. The only kingdom that never produced a Bretwalda was Essex. In the late 9th century, King Alfred of Wessex, Alfred the Great, achieved a special status whereby he was the first king to be recognized as a truly national leader. He did this by demonstrating that a common enemy, the terrifying Danes, could be fought and beaten. Alfred's great-grandson Edgar the Peaceable was the first king of a truly united England, but towards the end of Edgar's reign, circa 970, it became possible for small groups of Viking adventurers to establish themselves on remote parts of the northern coast. Scarborough derives its name from Thorgils Scarthi or Harald, and his brother Cormac Fëlnor Arrow has his name preserved in Flamborough. At the time of Ethelred's accession circa 980, the Danish king Harald Bluetooth Gormson was firmly established in the north. King Harald's son was Sweyn Forkbeard, father of King Canute. The Danes were eventually victorious and King Canute, ruled 1016 to 1035, was a welcome surprise. This reformed Viking held up Edgar the Peaceable as his model, ordered the English to obey Edgar's laws and gave them a reign of national peace with honour excelling not only that of Edgar but of any previous English king.